What is up, guys? I'm your boy Jersey Flex. I'm here with my boy Ricky, a fellow bodybuilder. Hey Ricky, why don't you tell these people back home how many kids you have?
18 and counting.
Can I ask you a question for YouTube?
Sure.
Do you this is like for data analysis purposes.
Okay.
Do you think that bodybuilders can have kids?
Of course, why
Like
not?
heavy steroid users?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure how that affects, down there, but I'm sure.
Would you want to find out?
No.
What is up, guys? I'm your boy Jersey Flex. We got my boy Ricky here. Say what's up.
What's good?
He's a fellow bodybuilder just like us. As you guys know by the title of this video, we're going to be discussing, can a bodybuilder have kids? And we all know what that's from, obviously, anabolic abuse. So we're going to go into detail discussing that. We're going to have all the answers for you guys in this video. Go down, hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for being faithful to this channel. We're going to roll that intro and get this video started. Boom!
Maybe it's a new beginning. Maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know. There's no going back, and I'm loving the chase.
Before we get into this topic of discussion, me and Ricky here, we met up together at Nonstop Fitness here in Sarasota. We're gonna get a killer workout for you guys. So enjoy this edit, and then we're gonna start discussing the art of baby making and steroid usage. Boom. Right here we got Ricky doing hammer curls with plates. This specifically gets the brachialis right here, so he's getting good grip, so he can stroke harder, make more kids, 18 and counting, he said. Right here we got Ricky in the back hitting those dips. For those of you guys who don't know, dips specifically get like the underside right here when you like lean forward. Gives you that superhero effect kind of image to your chest that's real good for an aesthetic look. What is up, guys? We're here to discuss what you guys have all been waiting for. Reason you clicked on this video is probably because you yourselves, like fellow Knucklehead 1 and 2, have used roids. And now you're worried that the things hanging down below might or may not work anymore. You may be able to have kids or not. So we're going to discuss that. And the first thing I want to say to you guys is, a common misconception is that steroids completely eliminate the ability to have kids. Ricky here is a perfect example, and why he's here today with us to discuss that. You have how many kids? And it's not 18. How many kids?
2 kids.
Successful?
Successfully 2 kids.
Whether they were planned or not, he has kids. So that officially debunks it. And I'm also gonna bloop up a photo of Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman also has kids. I believe he has like 4, 5, or 6, lost count, but that's another prime example of someone who has kids and clearly was not a natty athlete. Yes, you can have kids. So if you guys are already pinning your cheeks, you're already using anabolics and whatever, steroids, testosterone, tren, deca, D-ball, whatever, and now that you have shrunken gonads, there is a compound out there that is known to refertilize yourself, and that's Clomid. Clomid is a fertility drug, and he's familiar with the compound
HCG.
which also re-enlarges your testes to a more, I don't know, favorable size. So if you're insecure about having little peanuts or Tic Tacs or whatever you got going on down there, HCG will bring it back to normal size. So for all you guys who suffer those insecurities, there's a link down below where you can purchase. No, I'm just kidding. I can't be selling that. But there is a pharmaceutical way around your shrunken testes. So one of the things that will potentially lead to you not being able to have kids is actually more revolved around your genetics. And I know genetics is something that I talk about a lot. Genetics is basically the staple in bodybuilding. And when you hear about someone having like hair loss, for instance, the hair loss was like a predisposed genetic thing. You're gonna develop that. Steroids themselves are gonna speed up the hair loss process because, you know, it's an enhancer. It enhances who you are. If you were predisposed to have hair loss, you're predisposed to have hair loss. And that kind of also applies to the whole fertility thing as well, because like I mentioned previously, a bunch of bodybuilders can have kids, but if you were predisposed to maybe have a hard time having kids, steroids is kind of just going to put the staple in that. That's something that you got to keep in mind, is where your genetics lie, and unfortunately that's something you can't really check. That's something you learn by trial and error. So if you end up shooting tests and not being able to have kids, that kind of lands on you. That's kind of why a lot of these compounds are used at your own risk kind of thing. So me, for instance, going into this whole thing, I was already kind of set on the decision that I didn't really want to have kids. Maybe one day in the future that'll change. I'll want to settle down and have a family. I am only 24, so who knows where I'm going to be at in the future. But going into this, I kind of said, if I lose the ability to have them, I wouldn't mind, but would be nice to still have it. But I kind of weighed it out in my head. That risk to reward ratio is kind of what I use to gauge whether it was worth it or not to me. Then I looked at One More Muscular Development magazine and realized it was worth it to me. So that's kind of where I landed on that. So one thing that you guys might wonder as well, because it goes hand in hand with fertility, is your libido, stamina as a man in the sheets gonna be compromised from using anabolics? Ricky, did you notice any difference when you go to use your God-given tools?
No. Not at all.
You notice that you unleash the hammer of Thor the way you're supposed to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Matter of fact, something that you guys should know is that your body is familiar with things like testosterone. Your body already has it naturally. So if you're androgynously introducing it to your body, you're going to have more of the effect that you would have had naturally. So for instance, it's a lot like going through puberty a second time, especially the first time that you guys ever run tests. You're gonna notice that a lot of the things you went through puberty, you're gonna have happen again. Just hopefully you've matured mentally and you don't act like a stupid teenager. But basically the arousal at random moments, not being able to explain why the heck you find someone attractive, crazy levels of energy, plus the acne, potential hair loss depending who the hell you are, you know, all those things are probable to happen. And as we know from Ricky's 18 children, it definitely won't slow you down where it matters. It'll actually enhance that. Especially why athletes who use these kinds of things are known as enhanced athletes. Takes you one step further than who you are. What is up, guys? And on that note, that kind of wraps up this discussion. I hope you guys found some of the answers you guys were looking for. If there's anything that you guys felt like I might have left out, anything you want to discuss a little further, you can leave that down in the comments below, while also dropping a like, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want to speak to me personally, I'm going to leave my Instagram in the description down below, where you guys can follow me and also shoot me a DM directly to discuss anything you have further questions with. So I think we kind of covered as much as we could in this video. We're going to wrap things up and roll that friggin' outro. Boom!